Hello, this is Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. We're listening to the Zen Sessions. I'm zenned out.
Okay, today on the Zen Sessions, we're joined by Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. The new album, In Another World's out April 9th. Later that month, they're going to be heading to Australia as part of Under the Southern Stars, along with Bush, Stone Temple Pilots, and Australia's own Rose Tattoo and Electric Mary. Thanks for joining us, Rick. How you doing?
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. So congrats on the new album. We got a sneak peek of it. It's a really energetic album from start to finish. How's the reaction been from the people that have heard it so far?
Well, the ones that have heard it so far, pretty amazing. We're #1 in Poland and the Czech Republic already.
Better than being #2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. #2 stinks.
Summer Looks Good on You, of course, has that nice little tip of the hat to Dream Police there in the middle. Was that an intentional thing or it just happened?
I think we didn't have a middle, so let's see what. If you're gonna steal from yourself.
Who better to steal from? And what a great song.
Yeah, you don't have to pay it back that way.
Exactly. And you've got Jonesy on a track. How'd that come about?
Well, we did a Jonesy's Jukebox. We always liked the Sex Pistols a long time ago. It's like, so we were doing Jonesy's Jukebox, and I took this guitar in with me, and because we thought we were going to play something, I didn't know. And I'd asked him to join in with us. And then while we're doing it, it's like, I knew how he played. I liked the straightforward, no messing around kind of stuff, which he did with the Sex Pistols. He wasn't trying to do stuff he can't do or doesn't do. Same with me. I mean, I'm a songwriter. So then while we're doing it, it's like, hey, you'd be perfect. We're doing this John Lennon song. And he says, I'll do it. It's like, but I think he thought I was going to give him the guitar, but that didn't happen. So.
Has he got his eye on any other ones that you might give him?
Well, I helped him. I found one for him down near San Diego because he's near Los Angeles. He was going to take his motorcycle down there, and it was like a really good buy, really good. You get down, all of a sudden he's real picky. Well, I don't know. I said, Steve, you got the money, just buy it. It was a good price. Yeah, but so after that, he hasn't called me.
Oh, you might have to go down and get it for yourself then.
Yeah, I might. Well, no, I already knew about it, and it had something wrong with it, but just get it fixed. I always buy used stuff because it has mojo and it's
exactly.
cheaper.
Now, like with Cheap Trick, you're not shy on your love for the Beatles, and you've got a John Lennon cover on the album. You've also covered She Said in the past.
Right.
But in particular, I'll See You Again off the new album. To me, it's like the Beatles and Cheap Trick birthed like a really cool baby. Would that be a good assumption?
I don't know. It was written that way. It was written for the brother-in-law of our producer. His wife's brother died, and he was a Cheap Trick fan. It's like, it's like there's not many songs that you write for people that are gone because they can't hear it. It's like. So, but then it just seemed like the thing to do, and we did it almost like we did it as a favor, just so he could give it to people in his family, and it came out good enough where it's like, let's include it. Yeah, a couple years ago we had a song called "Sleep Forever," and it was just like it was a cappella with Robin and sort of some background stuff. Another person that had died in our organization, he was an integral part. And it's like, we went to his funeral and it was right after 9/11. So nobody wanted to fly anyhow. So, but I went there and they wanted me to get up and speak. I said, I'm not going to say anything. I don't like people see me cry. I don't mind if they see me make a fool of myself. But it's like, so I wrote the song for that occasion instead of some somber church music. You know, it's like it's dedicated to somebody. So it means something. If it meant something to you, and you didn't know what it's about, that's even cooler.
Awesome. And Cheap Trick are really well known for double, triple, and even more entendres in their songs. Has there ever been a time where someone's come up to you and said, "Oh, this song is so great, it's about that," and you just had to laugh and knew it was completely something different when you wrote it?
I laugh inside, and if it's a good idea, yeah, that's what I meant.
What's the funniest one you've heard so far?
Well, let's see. Like the song "Surrender." It's like there's a band in Milwaukee now called Indonesian Junk. You know, and Indonesian Junk to me it meant two things. It meant like a boat, or it meant like the heroin that all the guys in Vietnam were getting. And now there's a band called that, and now I'll let them. Now they have to explain it.
Exactly. Now you'll be heading down next month, and of course, straight into the mandatory 14-day quarantine. So, what's the chances of a new Cheap Trick album on day 15?
Depends on how room service is.
Perfect. Are you looking forward to? Well, you won't be looking forward to the quarantine, but you're looking forward to being part of such a diverse bill.
Yeah, we toured with Stone Temple Pilots before. I've never done anything with Bush, but you know we like to play, and it's like there's not a lot of bands that we go out with that are kind of like us. You know, nobody wants to be us except us. And it's like, so I think it's cool. I mean, we did a thing called the Download Festival a few years ago, and all these heavy metal kind of guys, you know, Phil Anselmo and System of a Down, you know, they're all there. They're all watching us. And it's like, you know, it's like, I think they liked us too. So I watched them and say, you know, I like that stuff. It's like, you know, I think they get what we're doing. We're not over instrumentalists or whatever. It's like it's not like a guitar shredding contest. It's a song making love. Yeah, not making love. Taking care of the songs. I'm a songwriter, and the song dictates to me what I should do. If we need a real hot solo, I'll call you.
Exactly. Well, not me, but we'll call someone that can actually play guitar. That'd be great. Now, Cheap Trick in the past, I've read you just don't rehearse. Now, you have been off for quite some time, except for with the Nielsen Trust. Are you gonna have to get in a room and woodshed prior to Australia?
Well, maybe to fine tune and remember what the chords are. So for the most part, no, you know, we get it. It's like when I wrote songs, I never wrote songs where I had to look at the neck. So it's like, so I could look at the audience. It's like, so that's the start. And but it's like there's more tricky stuff in our songs than people think. You know, it's like the stuff that sounds so easy, we've grown into making it easy. Like with Surrender, that song is like every other band that I've seen that does it, they always play it wrong until I show them it's just a little couple stupid things.
Sure.
But those stupid things are mine. So, you know, it's like, I'm self-taught. So it's like, if it's a bad chord, I meant to do that.
Well, I actually have a request from Rusty, who is in the band Electric Mary, that's going to be opening up.
Oh yeah,
Under the Southern Stars.
Yeah.
And all he said is, can you please play Sun Never Sets or Tonight It's You just once?
That's the beginning of that. Yeah, I'll learn it before it. I sing a high harmony.
Now,
yeah.
You're playing that guitar there, and you've got a massive collection. Do you know what your collection's sitting at the moment?
Do I know how many?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a database that I've worked on for years. I have about 500 that I personally have right now.
Wow.
But I've owned about 2,000 instruments, you know, lots of keyboards, lots of amps. I still have lots of keyboards and amps. You know, I bought the very first Mellotron to come to the United States in 1968. I bought it from Cliff Cooper at Orange Music, where I also bought the very first Orange amp, which I still have too.
Perfect. Now, Cheap Trick are a working class band. Could you see today's bands being able to maintain that working class attitude you guys had in the 70s? And still
Well,
now?
we still have that attitude, but I don't know that there's that many places to play. And even back then, it was like we took every job we could. You know, we played at the Jewish Center, we played at this, played at weddings, and they said, "Do you play this?" We'd always just agree whether we played this kind of stuff or not. And then we usually played our own original music, so
Yep.
they didn't. If they complained, we're over in an hour.
An hour's better than zero.
Yeah, but otherwise, we went out and played 6 or 7 nights a week, 3 or 4 or 5 sets a night. And it's like, it wasn't all fun, but that's where we got our chops to play.
Perfect. And do you see many of the new songs from the new album coming into the set for Southern Stars?
Well, yeah. 2 of them right now, Boys and Girls and Rock and Roll. It just came out like yesterday, announcing on that. And
Perfect.
whatever that's called. Yeah.
And you've also done the cover of Rebel Rebel.
Yeah.
David Bowie was a friend of yours. You work with Jack Douglas.
Yeah. Pretty amazing stuff.
And it's an amazing track. Do you see more kind of like a covers EP coming in the future of all the new stuff you've done?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of greatest hits, and there's the greatest of the greatest hits, and a compilation here and there. Yeah, I'm sure they'll kind of maybe put one together. And there's a bunch of Cheap Trick people that cover us too. A double album that was out with a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact that people do it, but I also enjoy the fact that some of them play better than we do, and it's like, but I won't admit it except to you.
Exactly. And who has been the all-time favorite cover that you've heard done?
Well, who's the #1 girl singer? Not Faith Hill.
Carrie Underwood?
No, keep going.
Yeah,
not coming.
Not me.
She's young. She's about 23 now.
Okay.
She did I Want You to Want Me in Chicago, with the place is full of young kids, young girls.
Yep.
And a bunch of MILF mothers. And they all were singing. There were 18,000 people. He says, "This is a song for some guys that are from here," or whatever. And they did I Want You to Want Me. Everybody in the place was singing. It's like, how do they know? We never get all of them at our shows, but it's like, it was really cool. What's her name? She was on our same label as we were, Big Machine.
We'll look it up. We'll look it up and fly it in.
Yeah, okay.
And as we finish up today, anything you want to tell all your friends in Australia?
Can't wait to get there. I actually I agreed to do part of a documentary for the Angels.
Fantastic.
Rick Brewster sent me an email. He moves when he sends emails, but he asked me a long time ago, and then he never wrote back, and now he did. So actually, we talked with their manager and stuff. So setting it up.
Excellent.
So I got to see what I can remember as a good story, to not to ruin the documentary.
Awesome, Rick. Thank you. We'll see you in Australia very, very soon. Thanks for your time.
I wish you would have laughed more. It makes it hard for me that you didn't laugh, and I know that my jokes are no good. Whoops.
Laughing on the inside. See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Matt. Bye.
Yeah.